Hello and welcome to Asphodel Lethe. Today it's a general reading, pick a card reading, like general messages. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? So we have 3 piles, and take a look at the screen. The options will be there. Timestamps will be in the description below, and you can choose from there. Okay, so I'll give you some time, and after that I'll start the reading. For those who have picked pile 1, these will be your messages. So let's see what they are. So the first card we have is the Devil card. The second card we have is the Justice in reverse. The third card we have is the Two of Swords. And the fourth card we have is that of the Sun. So now, what I feel here is that there is a transition phase that might be going on in your life. I feel from a phase of injustice and toxicity, you are moving into a phase of happiness and success and joy and literally some sort of a reality shift after quite a long time, and most importantly, after you have made an important choice. With the Devil card and the Justice in reverse, I feel that you might have been, or you're coming out of this situation, this very, very negative situation, a very negative environment where you feel that there has been a lot of injustice done to you. And at the same time, because of this particular element of codependency, or maybe situations like you depended on people, on substances, or your own negative thoughts, the self-talk wasn't working that much because you're being too critical on yourself, and the worst injustice that came from anyone was from you. And once you decided to change that and move past all of the obstacles, you are now moving towards your bright future. You are finally moving towards a reality shift, which is a really good, I mean, it's kind of like a very commendable job that you are doing, because it is hard. Because I feel that transition phases are often tough. They are not easy at all. So this transition phase for you will be quite life-changing in a way, because you'll understand how strong you are. It's like Shawshank Redemption, where you are literally crawling through a tunnel which is 1.5 miles long, and the tunnel is full of shit, and you're moving past it and through it to gain your freedom. So yeah, it's that sort of a situation here. So this is what I feel. So this is the message, and one card for you, okay, is this one. I should read it from the book, basically. So right now what I feel here, it's pretty good energy, to be honest, because let me just read what I feel, what I am channeling from this card, is that you are finally setting yourself free. And this transition phase of yours, in fact, this entire dark phase, and as well as this transition phase of yours, has been a part of your awakening. You are standing out from the crowd, and you are happy. You do not care what is going on in your life anymore. And I mean, what is going by what is going on in your life anymore, I mean what other people think or how the society perceives you. Because now you have grown, and you're like, even if you are making mistakes, you're like, okay, this is a stepping stone and I should learn. And the skies are clear. So yeah, you have just gone through, or maybe you are in fact going through a death, like a metaphorical death, like an alchemical transformation, which I feel, and it is pretty tough. It is pretty tough to go through such transformations. So yeah, but you are coming out successful. Yeah, with the number 30 here, I feel because it's a combination of 3 and 0. Now if you add 3 plus 0, it sums up to 3. 3 is a card. 3 is the number of mastery. So you are basically honing your skills which may be your passion, or which may even set you free. Like your career may not even seem like your career. It's like you don't need work-life balance because your work is your life and it doesn't burn you out. That is the sort of thing. And zero signifies a new beginning. Zero also signifies a rebirth, which again leads to a new beginning, a leap of faith that you may be taking. So, but this leap of faith that you have taken, this choice that you have made, even under such pressure, even under such tormenting situations that you may be going through, even if not in the external environment, but inside your head, this choice, despite all of it, despite all the chatter and all the stuff, all the chaos, you're still moving forward, you're still going through it, and it is wonderful. So now let me just see from the book. This is basically the 𝒓𝒊𝒈𝒂𝒕 oracle, and we'll see what this means. Card number 30. Yeah, realization. It is the card of the accomplishment of one's work, the realization of one's projects, but also the comprehension of the entire process we are immersed in. Something with faraway roots has passed between our hands, infused emotions into our hearts, and finally bloomed like a flower in our mind and then in our work. We are made up of the same particles that make up any other atom of the universe. When we are moved by something, it is the universe that watches and is moved by itself, participating in this joyous merriment that was made possible only by the form, albeit a transitory one, that the Holy Mother has given us. The advice: it is time to understand the nature of your act because realization is coming and results are near. So yeah, like I was saying, that this card is that it is the realization card, and when we go through awakenings, we get the deepest epiphanies after the toughest awakenings. That's what I just heard. So yeah, you are going through that phase right now, and success will be yours because it is bright. So I hope you have enjoyed the reading and that it resonated with you and helped you and have given you some hope, because what I see here is that you are going through, or you might have gone through, some really dark times. So I hope this helped, and now we will move on to the next pile. Okay. Now, for those who have chosen pile number 2, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what the cards are. So first we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Three of Cups. we have the Eight of Swords, and we have this blank card. It's just a card with the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. It was just there and I shuffled along with it and it came out, and I'm not going to like keep it away because I see the Ouroboros here, the sign of Ouroboros. So yeah, now let's see what the message is. So I see with the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups, I see an offer of love, of friendship, of emotional stability, joy and well-being. But somehow you are stuck in your head about something. Maybe you do not want to move forward, or maybe you're doubting it too much, this particular aspect that is coming towards you. Or this could be that, so this could go two ways. Okay, the first thing is that you may come in contact with your soul tribe. You may get a new friend circle or something, or a friend, a lover, a partner, whatever it may be, and it will be a joyous one. It is a happy one. It's like the universe is proposing you a happy time. But what is happening is that you are not taking it. Sorry, the lights went out. So what is happening is that it's like the universe is providing you with a cup, although the Four of Cups did not come out. And it is going to be a really joyous one. It is going to be a wonderful, joyous, celebratory experience. But you somehow are negating this reality from coming into your life. And with this card, I feel, because the Ouroboros card is here, the Ouroboros in the middle, the Ouroboros mainly talks about transformation. It talks about letting go of the past. Now, the Eight of Wands is when you are stuck in your own mental thought patterns. Maybe you have gone through a lot of heartbreak in the past, and that is why you're feeling that no, this time also it's going to be the same, and I'm going to go through the same thing, so I shouldn't move forward. So there are certain old concepts inside your head that there can only be heartbreak and nothing else. You know, this world there is no genuine relationships that can ever happen in this world whatsoever. And so you reject this idea, this happiness that is coming towards you, this emotional fulfillment that is coming towards you. You are negating this and you're keeping yourself stuck in a mental loop. The Ouroboros sign here also, I feel it's a sign of a mental loop that you are going on and on, like you're going round in circles inside your head, but you're not being able to come out of it. So the advice here is that it is very important that you come out of this mental zone that you are in right now, that everything is negative. Um, there's nothing good that's going to come out, like there's nothing good that's going to come out of it. So yeah, it's kind of like that. The universe is basically asking you to transform this mental thought process of yours. Like, it's good to be suspicious, it's good to be skeptical, it's good to keep that 10% gap when you are trusting someone, but to completely negate emotional harmony, or that that emotional harmony, or the concept of emotional harmony actually exists in this world, is it's not done, basically. So it's important that you come out of this mental prison of yours, because I feel that once you get out of this mental prison, your transformation process will pick up pace, will start picking up pace, because you are being kept stagnant right now. You yourself are being stagnant, and the universe is like, if you do not let go of these patterns, these thought patterns, and these um, and the past that you have lived, and the past that does not even have any significance anymore in your life, if you do not let go of that, if you cannot overcome those fears by letting go of the past, you won't be able to move forward, and the transformation won't be complete, or the cycle won't be complete. The cycle that you're in right now won't be complete. The transformation will not be complete. So you need to heal your heart. I feel there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, both in the mental arena and when it comes to the heart. So please do that. It's very important, because what is coming is it's really good. It's not that bad at all. There is emotional fulfillment here, there's peace here, there's trust here. It's like all your life you have had shitty relationships, worst friends, toxic partners, and now that it is time to have all of those emotional fulfillment, you're like, no, I don't want it, because you're so scared, and that fear is keeping you stuck. So please get out of it. That is the message here, that is the advice here. Now let's see what we have from the Santa Muerte deck. Now we have the Aztec dragon. I hope you can see it. Yeah. So the dragon again. The dragon, let me look up its name. The But the dragon signifies transformation, transformative energy. It's that energy of the Ouroboros again. Card number 16. Yes, 𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆. Yeah. 𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆, or the feathered serpent, was worshipped as the god of knowledge, dawn, merchants, the arts, and professions. He is associated with the wind and the element of air. He is therefore connected to the intellect, education, books, and the invention of the calendar. The advice here is, do not fear and do not give up. Through perseverance and insistence, you will reach the goal that you desire, and that most of all you deserve. So, 𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆 here, again, it's the serpent, the dragon serpent, the feathered serpent, and of course it signifies knowledge and transformation. And we have the Ouroboros in this card as well. So you need to transform this energy. And when it comes to knowledge as well, I feel it is also important to understand which knowledge is basically information, right? So when it comes to analyzing which knowledge is good and which serves or proves to be beneficial or which doesn't, we need to understand which one is outdated and which one is still relevant. So what you need to ask right now to your own self is, whatever mental thoughts you are having, whatever past you have gone through, whatever pain you have gone through, are those to what extent are those information or those data or past memories relevant and important to consider when it is time to move forward? I mean, is it even necessary to consider them at all? Because it's a new phase of life that you will be jumping into. This phase offers you what you didn't have up till now: the emotional stability, the emotional harmony, relationships, friendships that you did not have till now. You'll be getting all of it. So now that you're getting all of it, how much of that past experiences or the memory, the data of those past experiences are relevant now? It may be relevant to be vigilant, but it is not relevant to completely negate what the universe has to offer you. So please, when you're analyzing your own memories, past memories, and what you have gone through, you cannot generalize this fact that this is what is reality. There is no reality beyond this. Like, if there's pain, if you have experienced excruciating pain, and it is quite difficult to believe otherwise when you have gone through a long time of emotional pain and rejection and isolation. It takes a really, really long time to even come to believe that the world still has people who believe in emotional harmony, who believe in being authentic, who believe in love. Like, everybody on on the face everybody is like, yes, we all believe in love, but who can actually comprehend that emotion? That is the question here. So your advice here is that you need to analyze your own memories that you are so hung up on, the past, or the past that you are so hung up on, and you need to analyze whether they are outdated when it comes to the next chapter of your life, and to what extent they hold relevance. So I feel that is what is being told here, and it is important for you to really sit and think about all of this stuff to actually transform and transmute this dense energy, because it is a dense energy, and because heartbreak and sorrow and sadness, melancholy, isolation, rejection, abandonment, these experiences are so dense. It is very difficult to look past the fog that it creates. So now it is high time for you to look past that fog and see what you need to do, and that whether you want to be stuck in this energy or do you want to move forward and actually meet your soul tribe or the partner of your life. So yeah, this is what I feel is here. Excuse me. This is what I feel the message is here. So I hope this message has helped and resonated, and I'll move on to the next pile. Thank you. Okay. So for those of you who have chosen pile number 3, this will be a reading. Let's see what your cards are. Okay, so the first card we have is the King of Swords. The second card we have is the Four of Swords. The third card we have is Strength. The fourth cup we have is the Ace of Cups. The fifth card we have is the Four of Wands. I hope you can see it. I hope it's not reflecting. And lastly, we have the Page of Swords. Okay. Okay. Lights went out. Okay. So what do I see here? It might be very difficult for you to let go of control when it comes to the mind, because we have the King of Swords and the Four of Swords and the Strength card. It is very difficult, like you need strength separately when you are being told to let go of control, especially of the mind, especially of life, because the King of Swords card is actually an intellectual, is rational, is the one who knows what to do and not to do. He knows and he analyzes stuff. Okay, so when the King of Swords is told to put their sword to rest, put their sword down and take a step back, it really takes a toll on them. You know, it's like, why would I not drive my own life? Why would someone else drive the chariot for me? So, and this is a problem when it comes to surrendering yourself. Yeah. This is what happens when the universe tells you to surrender, but you're not able to surrender yourself. You're all defensive, because what I feel here is that there's a new beginning in your life, and this is why you're being told that you don't have to take any action right now. And on top of it, to top it all off, the King of Swords is also a king, so it's masculine energy, and being a king, it is also authoritative. Okay, now if no one tells a king what to do and what not to do, but to the world's eye you may be a King of Swords, but in the eye of the universe you're just a Page of Swords who is just beginning their journey, or who is too young but has immense potential and is knowledgeable and is curious and loves to learn. But if you look at this Page of Swords, now look at these cards. So we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Page of Swords. Now if you look at the Page of Swords, see how he's looking at these two cards. These two cards together talk about a new beginning and a solid commitment in love, a partnership that is celebrated, a partnership that will last for a long, long time, that is fulfilling in every way. Now look at how the Page of Swords, is looking at it. Wait. Look at how the Page of Swords is looking at it. It's like, nope, I don't want it. I don't want it because I might lose control over my life. I won't have the space I need in my life. And this often is a very air sign characteristic, because air signs that is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, they love their independence, their space, and their freedom. It's not that they do not love their family or anything of the sort. It's just that when they require their space, when they require their independence, they would draw the line, and they would draw the line strongly, and you won't be able to cross it. So you are basically in this guarded King of Swords sort of an energy. So the advice here for you is, and you are guarding yourself against this new opportunity. This is talking about, apart from a new beginning in love, I also feel it's a sort of emotional fulfillment that you will be going through. And along with that, an opening of the heart, which might help shift your perspective. So, of how you might perceive relationships as a whole. And this is basically celebration. And now we see we have Four of Swords, and here we have Four of Wands. So these two cards together, now if we look at the number 4, the number 4 talks about stability, about grounding, about solidifying a particular stuff. Like if you are signing an agreement in business or in partnership, you are solidifying a contract, you're solidifying a partnership. And it is a cause of celebration. Why? Because it may lead to an expansion in your business. It may lead to an expansion in your responsibilities, in your job role. Maybe it's a promotion. But Four of Wands talks about family. It talks about celebration. And it is also sometimes denoted as the 1111 card. So, yeah. Now, so that's why the universe is telling you to take a step back with this one, the Four of Swords card. Because the Four of Swords card talks about letting go and letting God. It talks about surrendering apart from rest. Because we see his hands are in prayer. It's as if he's resting and praying. It's like, I am letting go. I surrender. But this King of Wands do not want to surrender. It would take him a lot of strength to surrender. And what is happening is you are wielding your strength. You're like, I'm not going to surrender. I'm not going to go through this. So you're being stubborn and maybe even a bit obstinate, which is denoted by the Strength card. A Strength card is basically a really good card because it talks about our stamina, our willpower, it basically talks about strongly about our willpower, how much of our will we can wield. Now, with the Page of Swords and the Strength card, you have a lot of strength, a lot of mental, physical, if not physical, then mental and emotional strength in you, even though you're a Page of Swords. And we are all pages in front of the universe. So, and why even go there? So, yeah, and it is admirable. So the universe basically applauds your strength, but at the same time it is saying that you're only wasting your efforts, because it is important that you surrender, because this is quite inevitable. This particular thing is quite inevitable, to be honest. because this new beginning is going to happen in your life, and it is going to be a good one. It is not going to be a bad one. So why fight so much? Why fight so much? Why not let this happen? It is basically with the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands. It's just, the universe is just asking you to let this happen and see. So this is what I feel here is going on. And not to resist, not to be so controlling. If we look at the Strength card, obviously this woman is trying to tame her own inner demon. But if we look at this card in another way, we also find that there's a certain control that she is trying to impose on an animal so wild as the lion. Why would you want to tame a lion? So this is what it is saying, that if you in turn try to say that I won't listen to the universe and I will go my way, you're basically trying to tame a lion. Don't try to tame the lion, because you're going to get bit. So yeah, so the advice here is that you need to give in. You need to surrender. You need to let go of this control. Everything will be okay. Nothing is going against you. Okay? Nothing is going against you. You will still hold your position. Your life won't be suffocating if you have this in your life, if you have a family in your life, or even marriage. So yeah, this is what I see here. Now let's see what oracle cards you have got. But unlike the other cards, you have two cards here. One is that of dream, and the other is that of work. So what I feel here is that so the advice here is that on the one hand, you're like, I want to control my life. I want to be in full control. I want to earn my own money and things like that. But on the other, you might be daydreaming a lot about certain things. This also talks about, this card also talks about looking within your subconscious mind, because we are talking about dream here, we are talking about sleep, we are talking about dreams. So this card also talks about your subconscious mind. So there might be some subconscious conditionings that you need to let go of. Conditionings that have been imposed on you circumstantially, environmentally, conditions that you may have imposed upon yourself subconsciously because it was a coping mechanism. So you need to delve into your subconscious and work on yourself. You need to work on your mind, because your mind is very strong. We have the King of Swords here, and we have the Strength card, and under that we have the Page of Swords. So we have 3 sword cards here. So your mental body or your mind is very strong, and So it is very important that you do not let it control you. Yeah, it is very important that you do not let it control you, especially your subconscious mind, which actually governs 95% of our brain, or 90% of our brain, 90 to 95% of our brain, 90 to 95% of our actions. Yeah, is governed by the subconscious mind. So it's very important that you access your subconscious mind and work on reconditioning or deconditioning your subconscious mind a bit, reprogramming your subconscious mind. It's very important because what I feel here is that you are too defensive, both in the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. We see here that in both of these cards, they're ready with their swords, ready to strike. So this gives me an idea, this gives me a feeling rather, that you may be very defensive when it comes to becoming emotionally vulnerable. Okay, and this might be because of past hurts, or because you do not like to be, I mean, see, there are several love languages out there. It doesn't always have to be, oh, I love you so much and all lovey-dovey and romantic and teddy bear stuff. Your love language might be different, but the problem is you are too distant, and very, very much defensive and controlling in the sense you control your own self. You don't care about controlling others, but you care when it comes to controlling your own self, especially in emotional matters. So it is important that you go deep within in your subconscious mind, because your mind is so strong and it is only you who can do this. Nobody else can do this but you. That you delve deep into your subconscious mind and actually look at what is wrong. Actually ask yourself why you become so defensive when it comes to matters of the heart. Why? Like, even if you have, it is not necessary that you have to go through certain experiences to become so detached. Some people are like this. Some people are detached like this, but why is it that way? Because this is a conditioning that you need to break. This can be anything. This can be due to, as I said earlier, this can be due to environmental conditionings, circumstantial conditionings, conditioning or parental conditionings, conditionings that you have imposed on yourself to cope with certain situations. This can be anything, but this conditioning, this has taken root in your subconscious mind, and now it is governing you, which is actually keeping you away from a lot of good stuff. So it is important that you look into it. Okay, that you look into it and work on it. Right, so that is the message that I have here for you. Yeah, it's important, and whether marriage is involved or not, family, I feel an emotional vulnerability is required, and for that you need to open your heart. Once you delve deep into the subconscious, you'll be able to unravel your heart. And in fact, if you are a creative person, it would really help augment your creativity. And I feel you are a very creative person. It will help augment your creative pursuits because it is going to broaden your perception of what is and what is not. It's going to open your heart. Once we open our mind, it's important to open our heart. And it leads to an opening of the heart too, because the mind and the heart both are connected, even though they have very separate functions, but they are connected. And even physiologically, if you see it, these are the two vital organs that govern our body other than our other vitals. So yeah, I'll leave it to that, and work on your subconscious mind, work on your subconscious conditionings, and open your heart. Try to be vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable with people who you trust, like your family, your close friends, and be more open to the concept of maybe new love coming in. I know it is tough to do, but it will be possible. So yeah, that's about it. I hope this has helped you and that it has resonated. And thank you, and we'll meet in the next reading. Bye.